Hey, I'm back. This is Ask Denise, and this is part 2 of how can I improve my balance in single leg standing balancing poses. So I've already given you one video, and that included releasing the feet, do the heel raises with the block, short foot activation, single leg touchdowns with a bent knee and then with a straight knee, and then the heel on the block with the eventual foot jumping over the block. So that was where we started. So today I want to talk a little bit more about the effect of proprioceptors. So, you know, releasing the feet is going to improve your proprioceptive sensitivity. And now we're going to use our hands to increase our sensitivity. So we don't want to think about this as help so much as how can I feel my body more so that my sensory receptors are able to help my nervous system keep me balanced in the pose. So that's what we're trying to do here. So here's what I suggest. I always do this with my class. I suggest when you go into, you've got your good setup with your short foot and then you go into a single leg balance. I always do a prep set where I lift this leg and I resist down. So this is again me providing a bit more proprioceptive information so my body can feel what it needs to do. And then I'll use my hand to the outside. You can see how this would easily work for beginners. And then I take my hand to the inside. So all those 3 directions are getting a little extra sensory input. So that's my purpose there. You can spend 5 breaths in each pose if you want. You can stand on one leg the whole time or mix it up side to side. And now when you go into the second round of this posture, those postures, then take you're going to use your free hand a little bit more. So say I was going into straight on Utthita Hasta here. And even if you can't do this with a straight knee, this is fine. Here I would make a strong connection between this arm and leg. So again, that's giving me some proprioceptive information. And then when I can straighten, I can use this hand. And what do we see in this pose? We see people lifting this hip right up, right? So my opposite hand can give me a little information. It can give me a self-cue here, a self-assist, where I spin that leg down and then I kick the foot up. So this is very strong activation. My hands and my legs and my core all working quite strongly here. But this hand is giving me extra information. And man, I could just be here for quite a long time. I feel so solid. And really what needs to happen in those poses is you need to spend more time. Time in the pose is what is going to strengthen your balance. So then if we are going to take the leg out to the side, again, if you can't quite straighten, this could be good and make a strong connection between those two for extra information. And then eventually if you get out here. Now I would take my opposite hand around my back and see if I can wrap it over my thigh. And here again, I'm giving myself the cue to keep that hip down as I move the foot up. But I also can then feel my back body really lighting up. And that's what's keeping me steady here. Information is power in this pose. And then I'll show you one more with the twist. So now if I'm going to go into the twisted version of this pose, again, say I can't quite get my knee straight, no worries. I can take my free hand and I'm going to actually put it on the back of my opposite hip. This again is giving me sensory information. And then of course it's pretty much the same if I can straighten, but now I'm going to be able to take this opposite shoulder back and look back. I'm holding my opposite hip here. I want to spend some time in this pose so my body can really settle into it and figure it out. So what the body needs for that to happen is more information. So we can use our hands to give the nervous system more information. Try that out. I think you're really going to like it, and let me know if it works for you. I'm just in love with that right now. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.